First football game at the age of, I think I was 5, for Warrington, Croatia Football Club. It's where my brother was playing at the time, and we had grown up with some friends that had played there, family friends that had played there in my brother's age group. He was a couple of years older than me. I played there for a few seasons as I started off. They were quite some interesting trips, having to go up the Blue Mountains and things like that from Rudy Hill. But after that I went to Sydney United for a year, the juniors, and then I went to Nepean Representatives, which was a step higher, but it was a great experience. And then after that I was pretty much at Sydney United my whole junior, from about under 13s all the way up until the first grade, and going through the ranks, and when I finally got my chance in the first grade at the age of 16. Yeah, my biggest influences, I'd have to say, is my family, without a doubt. They were the ones that always encouraged me to, in football, and mum and dad would take me to games and trainings and whatnot. My brother was a big influence because he was playing football at the time, before me, so I just wanted to pretty much copy what he was doing, and I'd go and watch him play and watch his team train, and occasionally they'd ask me to join in. But no, it was definitely, I'd say, my brother played a big influence in my early football career. I remember as a junior, it wasn't really much about a position. They tend to play me as a striker because I was I don't want a big note, but I was the one that was scoring most of the goals. I think I still hold one of the records there in the Hawkesbury district. I can't remember. It's like 100 goals in 20 odd games or something. So yeah, I started off as a striker, and then I went back. I think when I started to play at around the age of 10, I started in the midfield, and that's where I pretty much have stayed in my whole career. Yeah, I've got many idols, locally, internationally, for sure. Growing up, me personally, I was one to always be watching football on TV. So you'd obviously see the great, the good players, the great players at that time, and then locally, I had Sydney United. My father and my brother would go to the games as often as we could, and there were players in that team that that I really admired at the time, not knowing any different. But yeah, it was just a thing, and some of those players I'm lucky enough to have played with, and I'm lucky enough to have contact with after the game.